Tonight, from M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens taking on Jared Goff and the Los Angeles Rams.
They love their crab cakes and they love their football. That's what Maryland does. And we are at M&T Bank Stadium down near the inner harbor of Baltimore. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Rams and the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the visiting Rams, they've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
Taken about 7 yards deep, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Out come the Rams, and at the controls, the former Cal Bear standing at 6'4", quarterback Jared Goff.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Akers, the ball carrier.
The numbers for him from a week ago. 19 carries, 79 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
A gain of 13 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch. Yardage.
Also forward, it'll be second down.
Extra tight ends, extra beef. That means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. Off play action to Akers. Here's Goff. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play. First down.
First down.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Goff now to throw. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are, and you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on it.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
A loss of 8 yards.
They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their...
And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could... So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, give them a good 10 yards on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
And no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets, and bottom line, how do they get a win?
Flush to his right. And he fires one that's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
A gain of 6 there on first. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys? Coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night, guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
We're scoreless after 1. On first down, gone. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a first and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it?
And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Jared Goff, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead. So that drive, 4 plays, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Dobbins running out of the gun. And he powers his way up past the 30. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for them.
That 3rd down conversion, good. For 23.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So from Rams territory now, it's first and 10 at the 45-yard line. Edwards now on first and 10. He'll get only a couple down to the 44. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Eluding the pressure right. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 15-yard line.
That was definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Over first and 10. At their own 26-yard line.
L.A. set to take over again on offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Now that'll be caught by Kupp. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Cooper Kupp.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out in the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
A 4-yard pickup on the play. And the Rams first down.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete.
The pass.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the... And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Montez Sweat coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. He goes again. Montez Sweat able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his...
Right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Rolling to his right. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson escaping the pressure right. So a touchdown apiece. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. Fielded in the end zone. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
From the 29, Jackson able to hit his target, Claypool. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
1st and 10 at the 30.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's...
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. But that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
They'll go again here with Akers. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
33-yard line.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll run here with Akers. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
7-yard line.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
12 yards there and a first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target, and he didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pick.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Montez Sweat in there to get him yet again. That is his third sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Montez Sweat make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Right back to Dobbins on 1st. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey.
2 yards on the pickup.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 27 yards there, a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Dobbins, the ball carrier.
And now they're in the hurry up.
Terrell Burgess on the tackle.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson, and it's caught. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Ravens have taken the lead.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken in the end zone. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
25-yard
L.A. readies for its next possession. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
At the 28-yard line.
a toss left side into the hands of his tight end.
Complete to Tyler Higbee.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats. Throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still,
no yardage.
Okay.
So that'll get them to first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Goff's throw here finds Woods, and this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. That's into the hands of Akers, complete.
Let's go. The pass.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Connection made here, Goff to Higbee. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. 3 yards the gain there, second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Goff going to get this to Akers, and he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. 7 yards there and a first down.
Los Angeles.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are on the field?
He'll look to throw. And not able to get it that time. He hit on 6 straight passes. Not there, second down.
Incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
The pass.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
It's now 4th down.
And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
Intended for J.K. Dobbins.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Jackson on a give to Dobbins. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. They'll go again with Dobbins. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down.
And 1 yard to go.
Back to throw. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was in the